Hello Filio users. This is an instruction on how to use Filio Web Platform. Filio has two components. Filio Web Platform, where you create projects, and you add Filio data collectors, which is the second component of Filio. The pictures and videos taken by Filio data collectors will be sent to the project which was created by this platform. So in order to use this platform, please go to filio.io and then click on Login button. Once you click on Login button, you have three options: Login, Register, and Forgot. If you have not created an account, please register here. For the cell phone part, please make sure to put your cell phone number instead of a landline number. And if you want to manage the subscription of your account, please click on this checkbox. I'll talk about this later, how you can manage the subscription. If you have forgotten your password, what you can do, you can just write your email, the new password, and then we send you an email with a link. If you click on that link, we're going to just activate the new password for you. I already have an account, and let's log in. Once I log in, on the right side, I have the geographical location of the projects that I created using this account, and on the left side, I have the tabulated name of the projects. If I click on any of these rows or any of these markers, it's going to take me to that project. Before doing that, let's figure out all these tabs up here. User. This is the information of the user who created this web platform, and here you can just edit some of those information. Here is the company logo. In default, we're going to have like Filio logo, but you can change it to your company logo. It's going to be handy when you create a report and you want to have your company logo instead of Filio. The last part is plans. If you click on that checkbox where it asks you to manage the Filio subscription, this tab will be shown up. Once you have this tab, you can see all the subscription related to your account. Filio subscription is tied to Filio data collectors. People go to job sites and taking pictures and videos. Here we have just one Filio data collector, and if I want to remove that person, I can just use this information. You can use this button. So let's go to the project. In order to create a new project, what we have here, this plus button. Let's click on that. Here we have a bunch of fields. The required field is just the project name. The rest of them you can change them later in your project setting. I'll talk about them. You write your project name, and the other required field is the Filio data collector. You write the cell phone number of that data collector, let's say this number, and then if that data collector already downloaded the mobile app, you can see the name. Otherwise, Filio will ask you to send a text message to that data collector with an instruction on how to download and install the Filio data collector app. And lastly, you need to have the GPS coordinate of the project. It is very important to just put the correct coordinate, because the Filio data collectors app are going to choose the project based on the location. The Filio data collector mobile app will automatically find a project based on the physical location of the job site. So field data collectors do not need to change the project name, they only need to take pictures. So in order to find the lat and long of your project, you can just do current location, or you can use show map. For instance, you can just write, this is an example, like Georgia Tech. And then if I click here, automatically it's just going to just show me the lat and long of that project. You can also move this marker if you want to just have a more precise location of the project. And lastly is the project layout, where you can add this one later on if your project has a blueprint or layout. I already created an account. Let's go to Atlantic Station. Sorry, a project. Once you go to the project, there are three parts here. One of them is the list view of the pictures and videos. On the right side, we have the map view, and bottom part here, we have the timeline. Okay, so you can do filtering and searching using all these three parts. Let's start with the image view. Before that, let's see the description and metadata for each image. So for this image, we have description, and so this description is written here based on what Filio data collectors, people on the job site, once they take pictures, they can put a voice captioning over there. And whatever which is there, we're going to just have it, we're going to write it right here. And that's the description part. We have image name, we have Latin line and the direction the picture was taken, who has taken the picture, date and time, and labels. If you look at labels, these labels are being generated using our artificial intelligence. And then we can search through all these metadata to search for images. Okay, so let's search for some images. I want to look at images that they have wood inside them, wood. And then if you look at here, all these components are connected to each other. Once I write wood, the wood will be searched through all the metadata. Here it could find it in our artificial intelligence labels and show us these two pictures. And it also shows us where those two pictures are taken, the location wise, and in what time frame they're taken. Both of those pictures are taken in March 29th. So if I remove wood here, it will get back to its original view. So the other part that we have is called tags, which can be created using the web platform and also using the Filio, the mobile data collector. And this is going to be quite useful when you want to create subfolder for your project. For instance, once you take a picture, you can create a tag for your project. Sorry, once you want to just take pictures, you can create tags for your project where these tags are all going to be attached to each picture you take for that project. For instance, here I want to just, the way it's going to be useful. So for instance, I want to look at the pictures having, I'm going to clear all, having lot and board. And then you can see that we're going to see the pictures having just lot and board in them. And also those pictures are going to be updated on the map and the timeline. And those pictures are taken between August 18 and January 24th. And then you can also reset that one to where it was. So that's how tags are going to be useful. Okay, so in Filio we have three types of visuals. One of them is image, next one is video, and the last one is 360 image that you can take using Filio. For this 360 image, you need recoil camera, and Filio will automatically understand your recoil camera and will connect to that one. And so for the new cell phone, like Samsung S21 Ultra, you have the measuring options as well. If you look at this button right here, it shows the measuring part. So if I do that, if I go to the TOF measurement, so it is loading the data. Once the data is being loaded, then I can start measuring inside this picture. For instance, I want to just measure from this part to this part. So I put this one here and I can just measure this one. It's 21 inch. You can also change that one based on different units. For instance, I want to just measure this part to this part, which is going to give me 85 inch. And then you can change also the units. Okay, so that's this part, and let's move to the map part. As I mentioned, the filtering can be done using map as well. For instance, I want to just look at the pictures which are taken in this area. And then I can just see the pictures taken on that area, which are 3 pictures. And I did it using this toggle button right here. Now I'm going to reset everything to where it was. The other option, for instance, I wanted to see the pictures which are taken in January 24th. And that way I can see all the pictures taken in that day. So you can see all these components are related and connected to each other. Okay, so for each image which are taken, you can also edit the image. You can edit every information in the image. The image name, description, lat and long, angle, bearing, anything related to this image. Now let's look at the other option of Filio, where it is the layout. Let me click on the layout, and then here I'm going to use sheet 1. And then you can see that these are the pictures. This project has a blueprint. These are the pictures taken using the blueprint instead of the map. If you upload a blueprint for your project, all the Filio data collectors will receive this blueprint as well. And once they want to take pictures, they can just touch on that location and they can just drop a marker over there and take that picture. You can do the same for this part of the project. For instance, I want to see the picture just in this area. Okay, so let's go back to the map view. And so the question is like how I'm supposed to upload a blueprint, and I will talk about that later. So here you can select all the pictures, here you can delete images, here you can import pictures from your computer, from Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive, and also you can just, if they have a metadata, we will read the metadata automatically. Otherwise you can add other information here, or you can associate the picture with the project location, or you can associate that with a blueprint if the project has a blueprint. And also you can save the pictures, like let's say I'm going to select all these pictures, and you can save them. You can save the metadata, and then you can use this metadata in any GIS software like Google Earth to analyze and understand more information for the pictures. You can also save the images, or you can save everything. You can save them in your computer, OneDrive, Dropbox, or Google Drive. The other option is copy to, where you can copy pictures from one project to another project. If you have two projects that you want to have like a copy of a project for the client, you can create a copy of the project for client, and you can copy one picture from another one. And so the last and important one is the create report. So for instance, I'm going to create report out of these three pictures. I click create report, and you have all these options: report design, report option, and page order. Page order shows you if you want to flip the pictures and change the order, or you want to use reverse. Report options tells you whether you want to add map to your report or the other options, and report design will tell you what report design you want to use. For instance, I want to use this report design, the picture and the location of the picture. Once I do create, you can see all the pictures on the first part, and then this is the company logo, and here this is the picture and its location. And we have it for all the pictures. Note that this report is quite interactive, which means that I can just change any of these things. So when I change these fields, these are not going to be changed on the main project. These are just going to be changed temporarily for the report. And all these fields are interactive too, which means that you can zoom in, or if you want, you can add annotation. For instance, I want to add annotation over this part, and then save it. Once you're done with that, you can print it, and you can print it as PDF and send it out to your client for your daily report or monthly report. Okay, so this is about this part. I'm going to leave this one, and let's look at the project setting, which is quite important. The project setting is right here. Once I click here on the top right, click on the project setting, so I can change some information of the project. Note that I cannot change the project name. It is a unique name, but the rest of them I can change. And let's go to organize. You have the project layout, where you can upload a new layout for your project. If your project doesn't have any layout, you can upload one. If you want to modify your project layout, you can add new sheets at the end of the current existing one, and you can upload them here. Please make sure to read all these important notes here before modify the project layout. You can also change the name of layout. Also, you can update tags here. For instance, for this project, you can create different tags. If you remember, we have interior, countertop, maintenance. You can create many tags here, and once you create them, all the Filio data collectors will receive those tags. And later on, they can use those tags to take any pictures and videos. You can also change image naming rule, and we also have project notification, where you can get it using Filio Data Collector app, email, or SMS. So you can define this one 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours a day. So what happens, anytime that there is a new and updated pictures in the project, will update you every 30 minutes or 1 hour, which depends on what time frame you choose. The last and important part is access. You can share your project with Filio users, which means that if I share this project, for instance, I want to share that with Renato at filio.io. Once I do that, if that user has a Filio Web account, you can see the name. Otherwise, we'll give you a warning notification that user does not have a Filio Web account. And once you have that person, we can give them like different access. For instance, I want to give you edit image, delete images, import, any access you want, and then you can save it. Note that this user right here, Renato, is going to have Atlantic Station in his web account. Is his user a Filio Web account, and he can see it right here. But notwithstanding, this user won't have access to the project setting. Project setting is just for the creator of this project. He can just have access to all these options. If you want to send it to external user or external client who does not have a Filio Web account, we have public users. So, for instance, Renato is the external client, and I'm going to send that. I'm going to just share this project with him. Put his email and just plus. And then again, so on default, we don't give him any access. You can just select all, give him access if you want to. And so what happens when I do click on Save All, Renato is going to receive an email from Filio with a link, with a public link to access this project. Later on in future, if you don't want Renato to have access, you can remove him and the public link will be deactivated. And then you can save all. The last part is Filio data collectors. We already know what this portion is. So these are the people who are going to take pictures and videos for the project. Let's say we have just one Filio data collector and we want to add more. Then based on your number of subscriptions you have, you can add people here that we can take pictures for this project. Note that if you have 5 licenses, you can use 5 people in each project. So that's about this part. And so lastly about Filio, what we have, different view. For instance, if you want to have grid view, you can just change it on the grid view or list view. Yes, that is all about Filio Web Platform. And also make sure if you have any questions, we have the contact us here. Click on that, and if there is any problem with your account, please send us an email, send us the message right here. And for this video tutorial, you can have access to that tutorial right here, which is called Video Guide. You have a good one, and please enjoy Filio.